I remember there was a time when I just got to know Christ. Just coming from the world, I loved music. I still love music. And as you grow in Christ, there are still those things that you loved to do while you're still in the world. And one of them was listening to some of the music that we consider secular. So I love to listen to blues. And meanwhile, I'm growing in Christ. So growing in fellowship, growing in prayer, studying the word. And as I grew in prayer, I realized slowly by slowly, the kind of music that I used to listen to started to change. How did it come to change? That there are moments where I will be in prayer. And because I love to pray those days when music is playing in the background, I will pray and get to a place where I get breakthrough. And because music is there, it used to kind of enhance the atmosphere of prayer. But they got to a place where I will pray, and if I wanted to really get breakthrough, I will find that the music that I'm playing, let's say for example the blues, Celine Dion type, Tony Braxton type, I will find that I'm clashing. I can't pray to breakthrough because that music was playing in the background. And it got me to start thinking, what is it about music and the depth in relationship with God, and how does it affect our lives? Yeah. When you look at the book of 2 Kings, I think it's 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 15, the prophet was saying that bring me a minstrel. And as the minstrel will be playing a harp, the prophet was able to start prophesying. In other words, music had an effect in the way that person functions spiritually. You look at the environment of heaven in the book of Revelation, one thing that stands out is that music is one of the things that charges the atmosphere in heaven. You study the story of David. There was a time when Saul had a foul spirit tormenting him, and David will be called and he will come and play his stringed instrument, and the foul spirit will come out because David was playing an instrument. There is a way in which music connects with your soul, and especially music that is either of God or from the other spirit of the other kingdom. The music that is propagated by the Spirit of God will charge you and propel you and influence you towards God. The one that is not charged and is not brought about from someone who is under the influence of the King of Kings whom we serve, Jesus, also has the capacity to propel you into another atmosphere that is not necessarily of God. And this is one of the things that we get to learn when we now consider who Lucifer was in heaven, the angel who was in charge of music, and he was thrown and casted down. Right now we call him Satan. And we see the kind of music that is produced and what it does. One time I saw a clip of Michael Jackson doing music, and I saw the impact of his kind of music to the people. I could see people having hallucinations. I could see some collapsing, things that we consider in the Christian circle as maybe falling and being slain under the spirit because the music has reached a particular crescendo that is interacting with your soul to a certain degree. I came to realize that the kind of music that we listen to is not necessarily the music, but the spirit that propels the music that you're listening to has a way in which it affects our soul. It either propels us towards God, or it propels us towards the other kingdom in our soul, in our spirit, in our atmosphere, in our appetites. One of the things that I came to learn is that it's important to pay critical attention in the kind of music that we listen to. And we'll talk about music even much more in depth in one of these videos in Evoke. But for now, it's important to pay attention to the music that we listened to. I got to a place where I realized if I want to pray, Father, if I want to get to that place where I have breakthrough, there are certain kind of music that are not able to take me there. And not only secular music, it got to a place even there are certain gospel, what we call gospel music. They carry a certain tempo, they carry a certain message. When I was giving myself more to prayer, those music also started to dwindle away. In other words, I will not encourage it in my closet during my deep moments with God, because every time they came or every time it played, then there was a cutoff from the flow that I was experiencing as I was worshiping the Lord and as I was sinking deeper in God. I came to realize that as we grow in Christ, as deep calls to deep, it gets to a level, even the kind of music that you listen to, that music becomes an aid because of the level of depth in intimacy that you have developed with the Lord. So it's very important to pay keen attention on the kind of music that you listen to. One other thing about music is that it opens your soul up quite easily compared to a speech. A speech, someone will have to speak and speak and speak like a motivational speaker before you get charged. But for music, the tune that comes, whether it's from God or from the kingdom of darkness, so long as it's excellently done, it just has a way of carrying your spirit to open up. And when your spirit opens up, it's able to pick anything that is available that is meant to be picked in the spiritual realm. So it's very important, the kind of music that you love to listen to, that you pay keen attention to them on this front, that the source of inspiration in that music, is it from God or is it from just this world? That will really help you even in your spiritual walk in this world. May God richly bless you.